All right, so let me guess. You've been posting on Instagram and Facebook and nothing is happening. That's because you're probably not saying anything or anything of any importance where someone is going to say, I need that person to work with me on buying or selling my home. And that system has never really worked for anyone. So today we're going to break it down so a brand new agent or an experienced agent can take these tactics and run with it. At the end of this episode, you're going to know the 3 questions every single post must answer. You're going to have my smallest denominator formula for turning one thing you already did this week into a post. And you're going to know exactly what to post tomorrow morning before your coffee gets cold. My name's Robyn Cavallaro. I'm a realtor. My market is in the Villages, Florida, but I am the creator of Stop Chasing, Start Attracting. This is a podcast for realtors who are looking to grow their brand, become an authority, and reinvent their life with real estate. And you're going to get your time back and start making money if you follow the strategies that I talk about in this podcast. And just a moment before we get any further, I do have a training. The doors will open in the beginning of September. It's called the Agent Authority Lab. It's a 6-week live Zoom training for 12 participants only. I'm not making the class big. I want it to be small so we can answer questions, challenges that you're having so I can set you up for success. The 6-week training is 1 hour. And I have 2 different levels of participation. If you are interested in learning more, you can email me at AgentAuthority@RobynCavallaro.com, and it'll be in the show notes as well. And I can get you off that information and get you on the list. So when the doors open, you can grab your seat. And also, I do have books on Amazon about your first 12 deals, getting into real estate as your next chapter. And if you are maybe under 30 and thinking about real estate, I go through all the steps and everything you need to know about getting into this amazing industry. All right, so let's get into it. So why do you think you're stuck? Because here's the truth that no one will tell you. You're not stuck because you're boring, but you're stuck because you're trying to sound like every real estate commercial, every other realtor out there. Now's a great time to sell. I help you with your real estate needs. You have to stop that. No one has picked up the phone from scrolling and seeing, hey, I can help you buy and sell. Well, what do you know? How do I know who you are? How can I trust you? Those are things that you need to get out into the open really quickly. And I do have an episode called The Authority Statement. That is the first thing you need to do. In fact, I was having a conversation with a coworker of mine who's having some challenges. And I said to her, the first things we need to describe are who you are, who you serve, and what makes you different. And I said, can you tell me that? She goes, I don't know. I can't. So that's her first challenge. She needs to figure out who she is and why she's different. And then you can start developing your content around that. So I want you to delete the word help and just get specific on what you can do, because you're trying to be everything to everyone, and that certainly will not work. You do have to have a niche. You have to target something. And I have another episode about that, and I teach this part in my Agent Authority Lab in detail, your authority statement and how to become that local authority. That is the backbone. That is the basis for your success. So get into that class, but just focus on those things first. So what to post and the 3 questions. So every post has to have some type of problem and how you can solve it. So number 1, what's happening in the market? What's happening in your specific community, your street, your zip code, those types of things. So now in my community is very large. I'm in the Villages, Florida, and we have, which we break down into 5 different areas. And each area has its own nuances, its own pros and cons. So a conversation with my coworker, I told her, I want you to look at homes in this area, compare, and we picked a style of home. Pick this style home and look at 5 different ones in that area. And I want you to compare them and then create a post about, hey, this style of home, you can find it between this price and that price. You can approximately assume that taxes are going to be between this price and this price. The activities near where I live are this and this. This is how much it costs to renovate this, and this is how much it would cost to renovate that. Just those few topics, I have now given you the idea for about 50 different posts, 50 different pieces of content that you can go out and put on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. And if you haven't started or if you're having challenges, what I also told my coworker, pick one platform. Don't try to do all of them. Don't try Facebook and Instagram and TikTok and LinkedIn and Pinterest and YouTube. Pick one to start with and make a profound effect. It's kind of like if you follow any of the financial advisors, they will tell you if you have debt, don't pay little bits towards everything. Pay big to one and get rid of the debt, and then move to the next one, and then move to the next one. That's what this is. Start off with one particular platform, make an impact there, and then move on. All right, so here's the tool. I call it the smallest denominator formula. It has 3 parts: 1 moment, 1 lesson, 1 line. You don't summarize your whole week or the whole tax basis for your area or the entire 25-mile radius in which you primarily sell. Instead, my buyer cried in the driveway because she thought her offer had 0 chance. And explain what happened. Talk about a lesson. What does each moment teach you? Her offer won because we wrote it to solve the seller's problem, not just hit a number. You know as well as I do, sometimes it's not always the number, it's the terms, and it's finding out those conditions. Talk about how you assisted that customer. Line 3, tell them what you do or ask them something. If you think you can't compete in this market, that is exactly why you need a strategy. Call me when you're starting to look for a home. It's that simple. 1 moment, 1 lesson, 1 line. And I'm going to say this in every other video. Well, there's 2 things. Real estate's not a hard job, but you must work hard at it. Second, text posting gets people to look. If you want customers to come to you, you really need video. Video gives them that know, like, trust. They start to understand you. I have my buyers tell me all the time, I feel like I know you and I've never met you. That's because I put that content out and they see my face, they hear me talk. And I even now created a new type of post because everyone is posting the same thing. Looks like it came from AI, which it has, but they all look the same. It's overloaded with content, way too much for people to read. So I've simplified it, 3 bullet points, and I've also added a video where I explain it. It's a 30-second video. So now I have text and I have video, and it is making a huge impact. And I know some of you out there are afraid to stick the camera in your face, but you have to get over that. If you truly want to drive business towards you, you can still sell real estate and you can still be moderately successful. But if you really want to gain traction, video, and it doesn't have to be long-term video, long-form video on YouTube. It can be shorts. Just need something where people can see your face. So just to review, in your post, 1 moment, 1 lesson, 1 line. That's it. So how do you say it? So 3 rules, and we're out of here. Rule 1, say it like you would say it to a friend at dinner. Don't try to sound like a newscaster. If your grammar's not correct, oh well, that's life. My grammar is seldom appropriate, but I get my message across. It's my authentic voice. Now, my authentic voice and style might not resonate with every single person out there. They may watch my content but not choose me because for whatever reason, I don't work for their personality, and that's okay. They're better off to go to someone more suited for them. They'll be successful. You won't have a stressful time. So again, you can't be everything to everybody. So say it as if you were saying it to a friend in dinner. And I wouldn't say nestled in a sought after community, because that is put on and ridiculous. Or I hate when I see highly sought after, most desirable. It's like, all right, every place is most desirable. If you're going to use AI to write your real estate summaries, please make them original. They all say the same thing. Read it so it sounds like you. Okay. Rule number 2, say the thing you think is too obvious. You're the authority precisely because it's obvious to you and not to them. You have to overstate the obvious with them to reiterate your message. And rule 3, done beats perfect, hands down. Your posts and your videos do not have to be perfect. Mine aren't perfect. There are days when I'm out there and I'll stick the camera in my face. I have no makeup. I'm all sweaty from playing pickleball, but I have something to say. And that's authentic. And that's what people like. And don't forget as well, in my community, my buyers are buying this lifestyle. And the things that I do are part of this lifestyle, and that's what they want to hear. So I post like that, and it is very effective. So done beats perfect every time. Just do it. So tomorrow morning, before you finish your last cup of coffee, think of one moment this week, run through the formula, the moment, the lesson, the line, and post it. You didn't get into real estate to be a content creator, but that's the way you're going to get business. You wanted to reinvent your life, but agents building real brands and real authority are the ones who show up and say something real. Now you know exactly how. Go post it, and I will see you in next week's episode. Thanks for joining me. Don't forget to give this a like and subscribe. Download it, check out my YouTube channel, and email me about that Agent Authority Lab so you can get in on the inaugural class. It'll be fun, it'll be effective, and you will definitely see outcome. I'm teaching you the things that I use in my business. This isn't something that I read about, watched on some YouTube video. I have used these strategies and tactics that I'm going to teach you, and you will be effective. All right, thanks for joining me, and I will see you in the next episode.